just heard I Care composed by Felix, a second grader at JTE. He was on Season 2, Episode 7 of Tiger Talk if you missed his interview. We have just found out that Felix's song for the PTA Reflections contest won first place in the state competition. Congratulations, Felix!
Hey everybody, welcome to our 9th episode of Tiger Talk for the 2021 school year.
We're your hosts. I'm Jevin Johnson. I'm in 5th grade.
I'm Carolyn. I'm in 4th grade.
I'm Miller. I'm also in the 4th grade.
We are students at John Tyson Elementary School in Springdale, Arkansas.
We are empowered to connect with you through this podcast thanks to East and our principal, Mrs. Polk.
Today, we're talking with the best librarian in the world, Mrs. Harp.
Welcome, Mrs. Harp. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, good morning. I'm so glad and excited to join you this morning. I have been at Tyson Elementary for 40 years. I might be as old as the dirt on the playground. I'm not sure. It's been a great 40 years. I've loved it. I have grown children. I have grandchildren. I spend a lot of time with friends and family. My favorite things to do are reading, of course, watching old movies, and learning more about new books for kids.
Nice.
Why do you want to become a librarian?
Well, I always wanted to be a librarian. It just took me a long time to get here. They didn't offer courses in being a librarian when I started my education. So I taught regular classroom, I taught special education, and then I became the librarian. So kind of my lifelong dream took a while to come to fruition, but I wanted to be a librarian to match up great kids with great books.
Interesting.
How long have you been a librarian?
12 years. I've been in the library 12 years.
What is your favorite thing about being a librarian?
My favorite thing is when I get to see a kid's face light up with the perfect book, and then they bring it back and say, I loved that book.
That's cool.
What's the funniest thing that has happened when you were working here?
Well, I've had lots of funny things happen, but one of the funniest things was when my kids all went to school here with me when they were younger, and there was a time when little hair bun pieces, you could fix your hair and put a little hair bun piece on top, and it was very popular and very cute, and she wore one to school. Well, it got lost on the playground, and we couldn't find it, so we're like, well, too bad. And about a year later, it blew out of a tree, and it had become a bird nest. And so we thought that was pretty remarkable.
That's funny.
What is the hardest part about being a librarian?
The hardest part about being a librarian is not having enough time to spend talking individually with students. That's my favorite thing, to find out what books they like, what books they want, and I just don't have enough time to spend talking with individual students.
What are you doing to keep kids safe in the library during COVID?
We do lots of things for safety. We use hand sanitizer on the way in and on the way out. We quarantine the books for a week. We clean all of the tables and chairs in between every class. We clean all the surfaces of anything that has been returned that has been touched. We spray Lysol spray in the air and keep our masks on and social distance, and our chairs are all 6 feet apart.
If you were not a librarian, what would you be?
Well, I did want to be a veterinarian or a nurse when I was younger, so I would probably be one of those two things.
You have a special event coming up at JTE next week. What would you like our listeners to know about Read Across America Week?
Well, Read Across America Week was started by the National Education Association. Back in 1997, they sponsored a day of reading. And so the very next year, in 1998, they decided to make Read Across America, guided by educators across the United States. And it's really a year-long program. They have a lot of resources that they provide teachers throughout the year, but they focus on that 1 week for Read Across America. It was kind of in honor of Dr. Seuss, whose birthday is March the 2nd. So we honor his imagination and creativity because he thought if it was fun, kids would really love to learn how to read. And so that was his goal. And Read Across America fosters the love of reading and imagination.
Tell us about the fun things kids and parents can expect next week.
We have a lot of fun coming up, that's for sure. On Monday, we're going to have my many colored days, and students can wear as many different colors as they can. On Tuesday, we're going to have a book parade day, and students can dress as the character from their favorite book. It does not have to be a Dr. Seuss book. And then we're going to have a parade around the school so we can see everyone's costume. On Wednesday, we're going to wear crazy socks. On Thursday, we're going to have crazy hair. And on Friday, we're going to wear crazy hats in honor of Cat in the Hat.
Sounds fun.
Our school's motto is "Readers are leaders." Why do you think reading is important?
Well, I think reading is important for a lot of reasons. First of all, our mind is kind of like a muscle, and reading exercises our mind. It makes us smarter. It builds imagination. It helps communication. It allows us to bond with others. It builds language development. It strengthens our focus and concentration. It's inexpensive and available to everyone. It builds fluency, so it helps us have better speed, accuracy, and expression when we read. It's entertaining, and of course, my favorite, it gives and spreads a lot of joy.
As you know, our school mascot is a tiger. If you were a tiger, what sound would you make?
Okay, well, here's the deal. I've been practicing that, and it's not a very good sound, but it's the perfect sound for me. So it would be something like, read.
Impressive.
Nice.
Great job.
Thanks, guys.
We are trying to spread positivity. What is the best way you know to spread positivity?
I think the best way is to give a smile because it's free, it's easy to do, and it makes people feel good.
Good idea.
Thank you for talking to us today.
We enjoyed talking with you.
As you know, we have a segment called Tiger Tales where we interview students at JTE who have funny or interesting stories to share.
Tiger Tales! Our guest today is Haley. She is in 2nd grade.
Welcome, Haley.
Hi. You have a tiger tale to share about being an expert baker.
How long have you been baking?
I started baking a couple of years ago when I was 5 or 6.
What is your favorite thing to bake?
I bake cakes and cupcakes with my Nana every time she visits. We bake something. She used to bake wedding cakes. She baked my Aunt Sandy's wedding cake. She showed me a picture.
What's the most special thing you've ever baked?
I baked my Nana's birthday cake and put a lot of sprinkles on it.
This sounds like a special time with your Nana, Haley. Thank you for sharing your tiger tale.
Up next, we will interview Mr. Matt Dozier, the CEO and president of East Initiative. We hear that he's pretty funny, so we are excited to talk with him.
Tiger, talk to you later.
Roar!